What's up with y'all, man? What's up, YouTube? First time ever. Antoine Campbell on YouTube Live. Q&A. I'm just testing out my laptop to make sure that it's working properly. And what better way to do it than to do it on my YouTube Live? Drop your questions in the comments. I definitely want to give you real life content right on demand. If you're struggling, if you're having a bottleneck in your business, definitely drop your questions in the content. I'm going to try my best to answer as many questions as possible. Also, there's going to be a ton of YouTube videos dropping within the next couple of days, so look out for that. So I appreciate you guys. YouTube will allow me to go on YouTube Live on my cell phone once I get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you liking my videos, you liking my content, share it with your friends. Tell them to come and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and I promise you won't be disappointed. Let me text my sales manager because the call is kind of just ticking off. Welcome everybody. Tools to manage lists. I had a track. Okay, I'm about to go ahead and get into the questions. Let me drink me a sip of water. Okay. So someone Victor asked tools to manage lists and track how many times you're hitting your marketing. If you bought my virtual wholesaler A to Z course, I have a marketing a list manager that you can use to track how many times you hit your list, as well as you can create a spreadsheet, right? Create a spreadsheet and pick the days you want to hit your list. But I definitely say the marketing list manager is definitely the best thing you can use. What do I think about the Houston market? I think the Houston market is a very interesting market. I actually like the Houston market. We're supposed to go into the Houston market, but we decided to hold back. We're supposed to went into San Antonio. We're looking for a place to set up shop in Texas as far as virtually. It's too big of a damn state not to be doing deals there, in my opinion. So we're definitely interested in that. But I think Houston is Atlanta opportunity. The way you make your money in Houston, in my opinion, is mixed use, right? Finding a property that's not being used accordingly to what the current zoning is and capitalizing on it, figuring out what investors are willing to spend. Maybe some investors are looking for some more apartments and some more raw land to build apartments on, and I think that that's probably be the best way to capitalize. How do I choose a market? I choose a market based on preference, but the first thing I do when I go to look into markets to really get stuff on my line is I Google what's the best turnkey markets, right? I Google what's the best turnkey markets, and what happens is you have all these different articles that pop up, and they show you like the 10 best markets to invest your money in. And then I just look into it, and it's more so preference, right? Then once I've picked out maybe 2 or 3 markets, I then run a report through Sweet Spot Locator to figure out if that's something that I actually want to do, right? Once I run the reports to Sweet Spot Locator, then we turn around and we start pulling a list based upon what the Sweet Spot Locator says, dude. Setting up a market, we're going to talk about that in another video, but setting up a market, you definitely can be in anybody's market in 10 minutes or less. I'm talking with a working phone, with leads already pulled, and your people already hitting the phones. We're going to talk about that in the video, in another video. Where can you find the link to the drip comment? You can go to AntoineMCampbell.com. Guys, if you haven't signed up for the drip conference, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's going to be one of the best events in the country, and I don't usually make real bold claims like that, but you should look at the lineup. Go to AntoineMCampbell.com, click on drip, and then show you the tickets. It's going to be an awesome event. We're going to have Christina Spells there. We're going to have Max Maxwell, Steve Train, RJ Bates, myself, Chris Jefferson. It's going to be so many hitters in one room. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. If you want to get on wholesale and you are close to the DC area, I definitely say come out to my workshop on Saturday. It's from 9 to 5. If you in the Jersey area, I'm going to be speaking at an event in Jersey. Pull up on me, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I try my best to show you everything I know. Um, Someone said, I'm from New York, looking for a marketing question. Where do I start? Okay, I will answer that. Um, And so I'm solo wholesaling and I'm doing everything. 200 bandit signs, cold call, etc. I have done 3 deals. However, they were spaced out within 1 year. I'm trying to get consistent deals. In order to get consistent deals, guys, you have to do consistent marketing. You have to build a seller profile and understand who is this person that you're marketing to and being consistent about it. So if you're doing bandit signs, what areas are you putting the bandit signs in? Capitalize on the sweet spot located to know the right zip codes you need to be focusing on and double down on your outbound marketing efforts. Inbound marketing is great. That's bandit signs people going to call you. But you definitely want to be aggressive with cold calling, text blast. Listen, texting changed my business right now. Texting is the number one lead source that we have in our business. Texting works well, so skip trace the numbers, get the cell phone numbers, and text the people. But you got to be aggressive. The number one list you should be hitting is absentee owners that's in pre-foreclosure, absentee owners that's recently inherited, right? You want to stack these lists and create different types of blends of lists and create different lists and hit them in rotation. So if you're in the New York area, you definitely want to focus on different areas inside of New York and do it in a consistent manner. So Mondays, I don't know about what area in New York you're in. Mondays, I'll hit Brooklyn. Tuesdays, I'll hit the Bronx. Wednesdays, I'll hit Harlem. And then the next Monday, I'll hit Brooklyn, but a different list. Tuesdays, hit Bronx, but a different list. And I promise you, you'll start seeing deals. Guys, remember your job in cold calling is to focus on extracting as many hot leads as possible. So you'll have a better chance to close a deal. 1 out of every 8 appointments you get, you should be getting a contract. Don't get stuck on 1 or 2 appointments. Keep pushing it, keep crushing it, and I promise you, you will get to the next level. It's in Camden, New Jersey, CAMDON. I don't even know the hell that's at. I put in my GPS when it's time to get there, but I know it's a few hours away from my house. Um, how much the event and where in Jersey? The event in Jersey, I think, is $10, right? $10, less than almost the same price as a pack of Newport 100s. I promise it's gonna be me and Alicia there. If you know Alicia, she's gonna be there as well. What are we using to record our VA cold calls? All of our dialers automatically come with call recording. But when it comes to inbound calls, they come through a call reel and then they already record it. So we can always go back and listen to the different calls and listen to the quality calls. One thing you got to do is take time or tell your acquisition, tell your lead manager or yourself, whoever's running the lead management side of your business, to take the time to sample calls. What I mean by sample calls is go down a list of calls and just randomly take out a call and listen to it, and then do an evaluation on it. That's what a lot of people fail in this business. They're not constantly monitoring the quality of their leads. Think about a cold call in the same way as producing potato chips at a mass. Every time potato chips are going down the conveyor belt, there's a quality insurance manager there that's going down the belt, picking up 1 or 2 chips randomly, no matter which end of the belt. And the whole point of doing that is to ensure and make sure that each chip has the same consistency. That's the same thing you should do with your callers. You should be making sure they have the same consistency. What system do you use to track call history and how do you stay organized? Like I said, our team uses call reel, so it shows all the call history as far as inbound and outbound calls. We also use Dialpad, so we can pull a report on to see who's been more productive, and as well as whatever dollar you use, Call Tools or Mojo, they have reports to show you, um, you know, call management and stuff like that. I get my high equity list from PropStream. PropStream has a big thing of data. I hear people out here talking about, use other different types of data. So listen, data is data. All data comes from public record. Now, when you pay for like people like PropStream and other data providers, what you're paying for is an organization of lists. that they went out and they did the hard work and they compiled the list so that all you gotta do is click a few buttons right there in your face. So definitely utilize PropStream for high equity lists. If you sign up with PropStream, go to reigiver.data.com. If you go to reigiverdata.com, sign up for PropStream, we'll hook you up with a 7-day free trial, as well as and, once you under my affiliate for reigiverdata.com, you'll be invited to a private a PropStream hacks and secret group that I personally have, where I will be showing you different ways how to really maximize your PropStream and do deals with PropStream. So someone said, I've been driving for dollars. Do you reach out to corporately owned? If they shows up and it's a good deal, yes. If it's a good deal and it's in a great neighborhood and you know for a fact that if you get on a contract for a reasonable price, you can make money, yes. What you want to do is go to opencorporates.com, guys. Go to opencorporates.com, put the name of the LLC in the search menu, and it's going to pop up different people names under the LLC, registered agents, owners, different states report different things. And then what you want to do is take that name and actually skip trace that name and cold call that person and let them know you're very interested in a property that they may be affiliated with or knows the person who owns it, and you are looking to offer them a cash offer if they're interested in liquidating or getting a cash offer. So, what steps do I recommend taking and hiring an acquisition manager? First of all, you need to have an SOP, standard operating procedure. You need to know exactly how your company is ran on a consistent basis. Once you get that down pat, you need to have your cold calls in place where they are producing quality leads. Remember, the only way your acquisition manager is going to eat by going to appointments, by going on telephone appointments or in-person appointments. In order for them to do their job successfully, it's going to take the cold callers to give them some of the best leads possible to have a chance to call. If they're not getting leads all the time, if they're not getting quality leads all the time, they're going to quit on you, or you're not going to have an effective operation. So you definitely want to train everybody to be worked around the acquisitions. And once you do that, and you got all that down, your standard operating procedures, the quality, managing your list, coaching your VAs to do cold calling, then you probably be qualified to bring in an acquisitions person. Now, the acquisition person definitely want consistency, so you got to be consistent with making sure your operation is able to produce leads every month. What are you using to send SMS? I'm using the smaller contact to send SMS. And if you want a budget, no worries. You can use slide text. I like slide text as well. It's not as built out and friendly as the smaller contact. And the smaller contact does cost a premium to run. But I'm telling you, it produces some of the best quality leads you can get your hands on. Especially if you're not interested in spending 5 to 10,000 a month on direct mail, it can produce leads for pennies, man, for pennies compared to what you would be spending on direct mail. Yes, if you sign up from Easy Skip, if you're already on the grandfather list, you will get. I was the originator. I see people trying to duplicate me, but you would get as many leads as you want. The catch is, my team will upload it into your Easy Skip account. You can't download it until you actually pay for the leads that we upload into your account. Say, for example, you want a high equity list from West Palm Beach, Florida. Reach out to the customer support chat line. We will see that you're on a grandfather VIP list. We will upload and say, hey, we found 2,000 high equity leads in West Palm Beach, Florida. Um, we're uploading into your account right now. And then you just pay for the skip tracing, whatever comes back. You don't pay unless there's a match on it. And I promise you, we're going to have a very good blended list. We're going to have zombie list leads. We're going to have recently inherited leads. We're going to have pre-foreclosures. Any type of leads you want, as long as you're on that grandfather list. The grandfather list shuts off Tuesday night. I will be reposting a link. So far, it's 250 people on there. Once we hit 300, I'm shutting the grandfather list off, and no one can never ever get back on it. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting this movement. Once again, if you're just hopping on, please share this post. share my YouTube. Let everybody know how my YouTube is. And have people subscribe to the channel so we can get over to the 1,000 subscribers hump. Once we get over to the 1,000 subscriber hump, I'm able to do these lives from my cell phone, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I have a few videos dropping between now and this weekend, and you won't be disappointed. Yeah, if you send a request for the filters in, we can filter. If you want to just single family members, if you wanted people with trust, like it's different variations. We will come out with some type of Google form you can fill out with the different filters, and once you do that, our team will process it. Allow up to 24 to 48 hours to get the leads into your system because I'm pretty sure we can get overwhelmed, and it's going to be hard for us to hit every account. So please work with us as we launch Easy Skip. It's not easy launching a company from scratch. I promise you, we've been working on it for months, and we finally almost at the finish line. And I promise you guys, you won't be disappointed. What system do I use for inbound calls? I use Dialpad. Dialpad is our system that pretty much is it's the glue for our communication and holds everything together. And the main reason why I like Dialpad is because the VAs they are able to download the Dialpad app on their Android phones, or and once they download that app on their phones, they're able to see calls and receive calls even after they shift it over. Especially if you have someone that's working um, in your marketing department that's responsible for maybe RPMs, maybe they're responsible for direct mail campaigns, and you definitely want to make sure that when a lead come in, they are able to call them right back or answer it right then and there. Uh, Trying to run a lean business with big profits. I need one cold caller. Who do you recommend, and what's the typically? Listen, I don't know if you know it or not, but I own my own cold calling, recruitment, and sourcing and training company. Reach out to us, vamasterysystems.com. We charge a flat fee of $4.99. What that includes with the $4.99 is the sourcing and the training and the onboarding of a quality VA for you. And we offer guaranteed replacement. If you're not satisfied with that VA, we'll replace that VA. And you're locked in at a rate of $4 an hour. So it's way cheaper than going to a call center. You're going to save about $12,000 a year by just doing business with us by paying us the $4.99 fee. So go to vamasterysystem.com. Um, you can pay online or you can fill out a form that's on there to say get quote. VA Mastery System. I think I spelled it right. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's okay. I spelled it right. We'll hook you up. Yeah. So I'm working on a video. So one of the videos that we secretly working on is a video of all the tools I use, right? Working on a video is called All the Tools I Must Have in Order to Run My Virtual Business. And then another video is um, after all the tools is all the day-to-day process, what we need to do to really run a business as far as a day-to-day operation. And then another video is how to do this business with $1,000 a month. As far as like your marketing, your salary for your VAs, all of this. So it's definitely going to be some awesome content coming your way, and within the next 7 to 10 days, like 3 different videos dropping that's really going to shake up some things for you guys. Yeah, so Dialpad, we take Dialpad and we forward all our call rail numbers to Dialpad, um, as well as we use Dialpad to text back customers to independently call customers. And one of the beautiful thing about Dialpad, especially if you're working RVMs, here's a hack real quick, guys. If you're working RVMs, allow your RVMs to go back to voicemail, right? So allow the RVMs to come through Dialpad or call real. And once they come back through and there's missed calls, you go into call real and you pull all your missed calls for the day or for the last couple of days, however you want to do it. I prefer for the day. And then right before the shift end, the call reel will export all your missed calls into a list. You upload that list into your dialer, and then you call that list before the shift finish instead of having to individually call them. I promise you, that save a whole lot of time and effort. So, any more questions before we get out of here? Oh yeah, if you're interested in like a Podio workspace, I definitely have that for you. My goal is to be able to be your number one source for all your real estate needs. And the reason is, uh, we want to make sure it's quality. We want to make sure that you're getting exactly what you paid for, and that you're satisfied and you're happy. If you're struggling, and you're new just starting off, I definitely say pay for the $99 ticket to my this weekend event. Because what happens is the $99 ticket goes towards buying school supplies for underprivileged children in Washington D.C. And we're going to sometime next week. I'm going to stop what I'm doing and record the course for like a beginner's course. It's going to go over everything from start to finish. And once you do that, once you pay the $99, you will get the course for free. The course is going to go out be for sale for $299. $299, and I definitely don't want you paying $299 when you can pay $99. So that's my appreciation to you guys. If you're struggling financially, you want to still come to the Drip Conference, you want to see Christina and Max and Chris Jefferson and Steve Trey and RJ Bass and me and Nicole Espinosa, we want to see all them great people. Definitely call my office, call Darlene, get on the payment plans. A lot of people on the payment plans. Nothing wrong with being on the payment plan. Get on the payment plan. Payment plans stop effectively February 1st. We stopped doing the payment plans February 1st. So hurry up and get you on the payment plan. It's a $99 deposit. The tickets are $497 for VIP general admission and $997 for VVIP. And the difference is you just get more shit, right? You get to be around the speakers. You get to go come to the mixer. You get to come to the mastermind the day before. It's going to be an awesome, awesome event. And I promise you won't be disappointed. So my Podio setup. Let me talk about that real quick. Let me get out some notes real quick because tonight I'm going to record a new demo video. Tonight I'm going to record. Interesting. Sorry, my phone always got some interesting stuff. Let me go through my notes. So, basically, we have three different packages. I want to talk about the best package, right? You shouldn't settle for the little stuff. We have three different packages, and within that package, it basically runs everything. So you'll have the ability to do SMS, right? You have the ability to email directly from Podio. You have the ability to RVM directly from Podio, set up appointments through Podio, and as well as run drip campaigns. So what is a drip campaign? A drip campaign is maybe you get a person on the line and say, "Hey, I'm interested and sell it in 3 months." So instead of wasting labor with VAs to keep following up every week to see if they're interested in selling, the drip campaign will serve and send out a text message. They'll send out an RVM, they'll send out an email, and then they'll set a schedule reminders for the cold caller to actually physically call here and there to check in up until that lead matures and is ready for appointment or ready to actually sign the contract, right? Then we have an offer app, right? So the offer app, you're able to generate your contracts, right? You can we have a standard contract. My contract is dope as fuck. But if you don't want my contract, we can integrate your contract. You just gotta fill out the fields for us to, that you want to, be matched. So it can automatically populate. And then you can send a contract via email directly from Podio, and as well as we can integrate some type of electronic signature if you don't want a wet signature directly in Podio, and that comes with the package. Your deal Sean app, right? You can send it. You can upload your cash buyers list inside of Podio, or you can create a form, and then it creates a database that keeps building your cash buyers list. So when you get a deal, you can create a flyer right inside our Podio, and then it automatically sends it out to your entire list, right? Um, then you have a under contract app that's basically showing that it's under contract, what it's for, and what you're going to net. And that information will feed directly into your KPI dashboard that shows you where you at as far as how many deals that's potentially closing and what's the estimated value as far as assignment fees on them deals. Another beautiful thing is you can get leads from different sources that come directly into your Podio. So if you got an on-current website, we can integrate that on-current website to go right into your Podio, to go right to your acquisition manager or your sales if you're not an acquisition manager, and you can instantly call them and follow up with them. And instantly you can set them leads if you don't get no answer. Sometimes people fill out the form and get scared, don't want to answer the phone for a drip campaign as well. Um, you can integrate call rail integrations we can do for you, as well as if you running Facebook ads, we can take a Zapier and bounce your Facebook ad into your Podio so your acquisitions manager see leads coming in a split second. As well as if you're running a dialer, Zen call, or call rail, you can integrate your leads within our Podio. And your KPIs. So all of your KPIs, your VA stuff, it's going to show you on your screen how many calls they made, how many leads they made, how many appointments your acquisition person made, how many contracts they closed. We can put their screen on their face on the screen, and it's going to show you headshot, step by step, all your VAs and where they at and their numbers, and you can make a decisive decision if they need more training, if they need to be terminated, or a whole bunch of other things. So that's it for the Podio. If you have any questions, reach out to me directly, um, and we can get you set up. It take a few days to get your Podio installed because we got to program all of the integrations as well as the Globee flow. There's no monthly fee. It's a flat fee for the VVIP package with the KPI dashboard as well as all the Podio integrations and all the apps. It's $1,500. It's a one-time fee. You don't have to worry about no stupid ass monthly fees. I'm not in the business of collecting monthly fees, right? It's a one-time fee. You have a warranty on it. If there's any problems, we'll come in and fix them, which we won't because we've been running this Podio for a while and been testing it for a long time. I spent a ton of money just to get it the way I want it to be. Um, but if you needed if you already have a Podio and you wanted to beef it up, we definitely could come in for an hourly rate and beefing up your Podio. So let me go back to the questions before I forget. Someone asked Antoine, I'm in Cali. I do video work. How can I come to DC to work with you to beloved? My brother, just focus on you, but don't worry about me. No disrespect. Get your money. Get on your grind. I'm good. I got a team of people. I got an army of people around me that's making sure I'm good. Just focus on yourself, and I promise you'll get to the next level. Someone said hi, Anthony. They must have meant to say hi, Antoine. I live in Washington, D.C. area, and I have an upcoming deal. How can I get a hold of you to help me out? So you reach out to me directly on Facebook, or email me at what's the email? Good email address that I want to give out. Yeah, just reach out to me on Facebook and I give you my email address. I don't want to give it out on here. Let me see. Someone said I don't have a strong bias list. What's the best way to go about putting together one? And would you be interested in JV? Yes. If you have deals, guys, anybody on here, I'm not here to pitch you, but if anybody on here that has deals they're struggling with, they're interested in working with it, we definitely can help move them deals. We can give you our feedback. We can help re-underwrite them and say, hey, you put the deal on the contract for too much. This is what we need to be. We're definitely interested in JV opportunities. We can help you. But to answer your question, Lee 79YT, you definitely should have cash buyer data feed. Everybody on this YouTube live should be utilizing cash buyer data feed because what's going to happen is when you go into cash buyer data feed, you can check in real time what the buyers are paying for, and then you're able to skip trace them through open corpus, call them up and say, hey, I have a property two doors down in the same condition you purchased that property at around the same price point. Are you interested? And I promise you, most of our deals we disposition that way, and it works really great. Cash buy data fee like $250 for the year, but it covers the whole entire United States. and it shows you what buyers at. The beautiful thing about cash buyer data feed, you can kind of like set filters. So if you just want to see buyers that's buying 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet, 400,000 in Detroit, Michigan, it show you all that. So it's definitely awesome. Does your platform works on Mac? As long as Podio works on Mac, yes, it does. Our stuff is integrated through Podio. It's a really dope platform. So if you're interested, reach out to us, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. We'll take good care of you. So if anybody got any more questions, it's 5 o'clock. I'm about to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything you do. Thank you guys so much for supporting the movement. If you need any help, if you're struggling with something, don't hesitate to reach out. I promise I'll try my best to help you. If I don't respond to your message, reach out again. I'm not ignorant like that. I definitely try my best to help you. If I don't know the question, I know a shit ton of good people in this business. I can point you in the right direction. Yeah. So if you're looking to send other people deals out, you need to first of all make sure they're the actual contract holder. Last thing you want to do is be sending out a deal that's been sent out 5 times already with $20,000 on top of the original deal that was sent out. We don't do business with somebody unless they actually direct to the seller, right? And they haven't marketed out yet. So if you got a deal that you already sent out, we're not interested in it, unless we are going back negotiating. We got the exclusive right to lead the way with marketing the deal and doing our disposition, right? Because what's the point of the JV if we're not doing our end of the bargain? So yeah, so definitely be careful of JV deals because that's the quickest way for you to get blacklisted from people and serious people that's actually doing this business by similar deals that's watered down. So how do you obtain a delinquent tax list? I went to the courthouse. Most times, PropStream has the delinquent tax list. I'm not sure about Atlanta. Matter of fact, let me do you a favor and check on my phone for you. PropStream has it. Sometimes it's a little dated, but it's cool because at the end of the day, you don't want somebody fresh. You don't want somebody fresh into the tax process, right? Because most states got a redemption period. Most states, I'm not sure if Atlanta is a tax deed state or a tax sale state, but if they're a tax deed state, then it's probably going to go to some type of sheriff sale or some type of courthouse sale. You want to catch them a month before, 60 days before, 2 weeks before the actual sale date. Most people early on, they know they got 2 years. They're gonna say, "Man, fuck that! I pay them when I get my income taxes." They're gonna push it off. So you definitely should be. PropStream is a great tool to go back a year or two to start contacting them people that should be ready to get tax foreclosed. So let me check that real quick before I forget. You said Atlanta, right? So I'm checking it at. Uh, so then So yeah, so if you look on my phone, uh, I found 3,400 properties that had some type of tax lien on it. So get yourself PropStream, so you won't have to be struggling going down the courthouse and they laughing you out and calling you all types of goofy people. Um, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Go back and check like who has the oldest tax record and compare it to any other lane that's filed. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed. You can get to the next level. So hopefully that answers your question. If you got any more questions, I'm about to hop off in less than 60 seconds. Hurry up and drop your questions in the comment box so I can get off and handle my business. So besides the tax delinquent list, what's a good blanket list to cold call? The best blanket list to cold call, in my opinion, is absentee owners that's in pre-foreclosure. The last thing you want as a house owner or homeowner is to have a property that you're not living in and you 3, 4 months behind in a mortgage. And now your spouse is worrying you like, hey, what are you going to do about that property? You need to pay rent at our house first before you try to take care of that property. To me, I think that's the best chance for you to find somebody that's truly motivated, utilizing the RBM campaign. So find an absentee owner that's in pre-foreclosure. We call that a zombie list. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Now, if you really want to get aggressive, you could take that absentee owner that's in pre-foreclosure with the same zip code, the same criteria, obviously, and stack it with a bad credit list. And then focus on the people that shows up on two or more on both lists and get real aggressive. And I promise you won't be disappointed. So that's it for me. I appreciate you guys. Do me a favor, share this video. Um, Recommend everybody come subscribe to my YouTube. We about to turn this YouTube shit up. I've been crushing on Facebook for the past 12 months. It's time to take that energy and bring it over to YouTube, where more people can actually see my work, my body of work, and we can all go to the next level. Until the next time, I catch you later. Before I get out of here, I want to tell you: be consistent at what you want to do. Understand the game plan and write it down, write it all out. You can't go anywhere without having a map and put in the work. Don't think that you can buy your way to success. You got to do some of the work too. So put in the work, and I promise you, in a few months, you guys going to be kicking ass. I'll holler. Peace out.